If you're over 60 and you're spending hours on your skincare routine, take it from me. It might be too much and it might be a little too long. I'm Nancy Reagan from Skin Diva Labs, a 30-year diagnostic esthetician, and I'm going to show you the simple, easy steps that your skin really needs to have glowing and gorgeous skin after 60. Most skincare routines really are too complicated and require too many steps. And what I found in developing skincare is that mature skin really just needs simple steps done right with the right ingredients. Step one is a super gentle cleanser. Buy a gentle cleanser. This is a cleanser that does not have emulsifiers. For education, emulsifiers are what helps water and oil combine when a cosmetic chemist is creating a product. And what I was finding is that the emulsifiers were really hurting my sensitive skin, my people with rosacea, and my people going through cancer, even menopausal, dry, dehydrated skin. They were using cleansers and all of a sudden they were going, oh my God, it's too much. It burns my skin. It really makes me feel sensitive. But when we're younger, we were used to that effect of having skin that just would make it easy and kept it firm and dry. But doing that and stripping all the oil off when we're over 60 is not a good idea. And the other part of having a cleanser like this is that it has a pineapple enzyme that helps to exfoliate, but it's super mild. So instead of having this stripped skin, you start with a clean barrier that's healing and repairing and ready to take on what you're going to apply later. The next step is a hydrating toner. And for most of you, you have said, oh, I don't need a toner, Nancy. There's no reason I need a toner. And I'm going to tell you, this is why you need this toner. When you're using this toner has hyaluronic in it and it has probiotics. So the hyaluronic I put into the toner because it is a moisture attractor. So it's pulling moisture in and helping to attract whatever is going to go on after your toner is going to absorb better. The probiotics are there to help detoxify the skin. So it doesn't matter where you live, anywhere, we all have toxins in the air. So it is really helping to keep those toxins at bay and not sit on the skin. Next on the simple skincare is a serum. So most of the serums that you see and you're buying, I will tell you in advance, quality of ingredients is paramount to everything. So you can buy a name brand, a department store serum, and you'll pay a lot of money, but the delivery system of the ingredients is how it gets into underneath the skin and actually can physically change the skin. So we are in a lipid delivery system, so which that means when it hits the skin, it absorbs. And we're also, because of that, we're using, for example, we're using ceramides, we're using peptides, we're using NAD boosters, and we're using a lot of antioxidants. And when you have that in a format, you have to put it into what's called a liposome. That liposome has to be in a delivery system that the skin can absorb. And if it's not, you're wasting your money. A lot of people would say, hey, I bought this this skincare, and it just looks like it sits on my skin. Well, it sits on the skin because it's not in a delivery system that actually forces the skin to absorb. And the skin has to be able to have the same consistency in the product to be able to absorb into the hand. This is going to help do that, because it does what is called a cellular reset in the skin. So it's helping to repair the cells, it's helping to heal them, it's helping with pigmentation, it's helping with fine lines, and really starting to speed up the cell cycle. Step number 4 in your simple skincare routine for over 60, it is all about barrier repair creams that really hold in what you just applied. So if you did a barrier repair cleanser and toner, then you turned around and applied a serum, you want that serum to really work in the skin. So what you apply next, your cream needs to make sure that it is a protective layer. It needs to be what's called occlusive, which means it needs to block out what is going to come into the skin, and it needs to have ingredients, again, just like a serum, that are going to absorb into the skin. So looking at that, and part of looking at the skin, you need something that is filled with ceramides that are working together. This particular cream that we developed has 3 ceramides. One is there for longevity, one is there for exfoliation, and one is there for deep moisturizing. So I don't know if you knew that having 3 peptides is better than, or 3 ceramides is better than 1. But it is super important to actually getting the skin back with its lipid and having the hydration that the skin needs to actually glow. Another fabulous ingredient is looking at NAD boosters. As we age, NAD declines in the skin, and when you add back in NMN and niacinamide, these boosters help to get the NAD. NAD is like an energizer bunny for the cells. So again, it's speeding up that cell cycle to actually help your skin look younger and glowing and even better than ever. We also recommend that you definitely need an exfoliant. And I personally like glycolic salicylic in making sure it's in a very emulsifying, moisturizing base, so that you're doing a light exfoliation 2 to 3 times a week to give your skin that flawless look. It doesn't need to be a heavy acid. It needs to be light, and it needs to just gently remove skin cells. We don't want to thin the skin. We want to thicken the skin. Our next step is you really need to apply our methylene blue mask. We have clients that love using this mask with a red LED light, but the mask is designed to be a sleep night mask, and it repairs with methylene blue, and it's very little. It is very pharmaceutically made, backed by science. Methylene blue has been around for a long time, but it is designed to be a super antioxidant that rivals retinol. So all the scientific studies showed exactly what methylene blue did versus retinol. You want to read more about it, you can definitely go to Skin Diva Labs, and we wrote a post about it in our Diva Diaries, so you can read all about the difference between and what methylene blue does versus retinol. I highly recommend you do this at least 2 to 3 times a week to keep that skin glowing and going. I've given you a ton of information, but the whole routine should take you literally 5 minutes or less. I don't like anything that takes a ton of time because I'm going, I've got important things to do than actually be washing and spending a million hours on your skin. So it's literally 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, and you can have glowing, and you can keep going with your daily activities, making sure you're repairing and healing at night. If you have more questions or you need more education, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel and stick with me for our Diva Diaries and our daily little tips for skincare. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Nancy Reagan from Skin Diva Labs.